Alright, so this is Vulturefire. It's time for another of my deep dive episodes. Uh, I don't have a clear idea in mind yet what this deck is going to be. I figure we look through and see what cards are available and go from there. I think this might end up being my actual proper ice run, since we do have almost all of the ice cards still available. And I think it might be interesting to see how that goes. So, to that end, I need... So, one of the big cards that I'm going to spend here is Visions of Frost. And one of the important notes about Visions of Frost is that I believe it is the last card that generates Adept that is common. So after this, I have no more access to Adept at the common level. I'm also going to be using up Ice Blast. I'm not sure how much longer the series is going to go, but I definitely feel like I am starting to hit a point where I have used up a lot of the most valuable cards. I've already used Frozen Heights, so I might use Heavy Stand here. I might use Aether Blast here, actually. I don't love that it only gives... I think Sunder is probably more useful. But I want the ability to hand out Vulnerable. And I don't think Sunder will be super useful in other decks. So we'll go ahead and add that. Let me think. I think I want to use Infuse. Which is another high value card I've sort of been sitting on. And a Pierce. So, the question becomes, is the Mana Ritual actually good here? I'll try it. I'm kind of curious. I feel like I only need to trip it once or twice for it to be valuable. So, and then over here, need to yeet everything as always. Add those two. Add Flash Freeze probably. Icy Orb. Frost Barrier. Go ahead and add more of those. We don't have any defensive cards in the starting deck because I didn't want to burn any. I think we had Regeneration and possibly take that. Also possibly not, we'll see. Trying to think what else we can take. Cursed Conjunction I haven't used yet, and I think I'm okay with using that here. Frost Fracture and Blizzard I've been kind of saving for this deck, and also Frost Wave. And then Elemental Conflux is okay. Obviously, as far as mana goes, we're going to grab a lot of the usual suspects. I think we'll save Cold. I think Cultivate probably will go in the discard deck. I think that's where I'm going to burn that one. And then we also want Chilling Focus, of course. Resolute Focus is okay. Chilling Focus is okay. It should be hopefully enough mana. We may use Mana Barrier. The Mana Barrier is now not anywhere near as strong as it was. It's still pretty good. I think we take Mind Blast because this will probably be one of our last big growth builds. Which means that we may not get to use it again. I think we take, we already used Trial by Fire. I think we may take Overthink here. Yeah, I think we're fine with taking Overthink and Reverberation. We already took Shatter. No, we didn't. I think we'll take Invest. I think we will take... It's a tough choice, isn't it? I think Sharpen Senses is actually okay here. I think... I think Cleansing Shield may be important. Frozen Rift goes here. Icy Chains definitely goes here. And then I think Increasing Visions is fine. All right, so here we go. This is just very, very good. And so we can't sunder this one. So we're going to start with that, which then lets us do this and that. And then we will just pop. Fortunately, we got kind of unlucky in our gamble. But we did get pretty lucky on our mana ritual. We kind of drew exactly the hand that you would want for mana ritual. I think it's not worth using those treasures yet, though, given how little mana we had left. Go ahead and add ambush, and there we go. Yep, we'll take an Icy Orb. Alright. Yeah, I think we just freeze you because you're the biggest jerk. Alright, sets up our adept for us. I think we just, yeah, kill you. And again, I don't really want to burn mana when I have so little left. And then we would just deal with the Arcane Explosion. I like the ability to set up Purity, and I don't think we're going to use Frost Barrier in a future deck. So, because this is going to be the last deck that can consistently trip Frost Barrier. Going to suggest that Frost Barrier get renamed to Frost Aegis now that it doesn't give Frost Barrier. I think we take the Runic Focus. It's hard to say no to mana. I think we take the Scroll of Recall because I just like it a lot. Don't think we have any cuts. So step one is we freeze one of them. I think we're going to put vulnerable on you. I think we're going to do that to you. And that's lethal, so we'll go ahead and do that. Yeah, more mana for now. Pick up more card draw later. Any card draw later, I guess. I suppose we have something. I should have done that. Go ahead and make sure that is still set up. Oh, there we go. I goofed a little bit. Just keep having this mana boost set up. That's not going to get us what we need. May as well make progress towards our next freeze. We will explode slightly, but just slightly, you know? Alright, so we didn't take any damage, and we are through the mid-boss. Absolutely Frostwave is the card we want. And I think we'll re-roll. There's a lot of very good items we could get, and none of them are these. Make a note that we took Frostwave. I think we upgrade Frostwave as well. Just very good. And away we go. I mean, we'll take a mana dance if we can get one. No way for us to hit exact 0, unfortunately. I think we are going to whittle down these. Let's see what we draw. That's nice. Yeah. We can't get to exact 0, which is a bit annoying. So this will trip because an enemy is frozen even if this enemy isn't frozen, but it will be frozen now. Which is pretty handy. And we can get a lot of mana out of Mana Ritual this turn, I think. Let's just do damage to you and Mana Ritual. And then, yeah, Fierce is lethal, so that seems worthwhile. And then Ritual. And we can draw some cards. And we can definitely draw more cards. And we can Mana Ritual into Ice Blast, into Runic Focus, into, I think, just popping you. Go ahead and do that. Lethal, which is nice. And then That's not quite going to get us there, but that will. Bonk. Should have just done that first to get the kill, but whatever. We didn't take any damage. I don't think I need that, given how things have been going. The Siphoning Blast, we haven't been actually holding that much shield, and I like the idea of just getting a bunch of damage, so we're going to take it. I just have to add it to my notes. Alright. Going to start with that, of course. Apply vulnerable there. Actually, I'm trying to think. Let's put vulnerable there and then that, because I think that one I want to kill first. Yep, and we'll save those treasures for later. We can't get that to freeze. We can only get it to 19. Can we hit 0 here? No, because everything we have is going to make too much mana. No, it's fine. We can block all the damage. We lose all our mana. I think it was worth it. Treasure. That works out pretty nicely, because it's just lethal. Which I wasn't even looking at. Do we just take another one of these two? I don't think so. Yeah, that's a lot better. Yeah, I think we would love to have more starting growth. We can't hit 0, and we can't trip. No, we can trip that, I think, by choosing to freeze you. And then that should freeze. Yep. Freeze you. I could play vulnerable to another one. Yeah, because by doing that into that, I get to use Scroll of Recall. And you are never getting unfrozen. Let's just go ahead and finish off the kill, I think. That's potentially lethal, and it was. Lethal seemed pretty good. Decent number of mana cards left. No luck. Okay. Yeah, it costs us a bunch of mana to do this, but it just nets us a kill. Oh, and we get to draw cards. Oh, next one, blow ourselves up. Minor details. Damage to pass turn. Any damaging card to win. I'll do. I like Class Rating Strike. I like Shatter, kind of. I like Increasing Visions. I think we take Increasing Visions. And I have to add it to my notes. I have to add it to my notes in the right section. And next fight. And let's see. Okay, so let's set up vulnerable and ambushed. Oh, that wasn't quite enough. I wasn't paying enough attention. I was just thinking that I was going to get there, and I absolutely did not. And I sequenced that wrong, but it's fine. We stopped the summon, which is kind of one of the important things. And also, we do now get to draw cards off of Frost Blast. And we get a Purity stack, which is nice. And we're only burning a small amount of shield to, or a small amount of mana to that thing. Start by increasing mana. Resolute Focus. So, unfortunately, I think I end up... Okay, I just win. Never mind. It's all fine. We just do enough damage. Easy. Just doing damage. Yeah, Flash Freeze seems okay. I probably don't need it, but... yeah. Ice-Hero Plus is very good. Mana Ritual Plus is very good. Sundering Blast Plus is like a lot of damage. I kind of like Visions of Frost Plus. Make it a little bit more reliable. And then I think we move. Okay. I don't think I even need Ice Shards here. I think I start here to try and get Cornered Focus. Even though I don't really need it. That should be freeze. Yep. Should start it there. Get the kill. So I'm going to do that because I knew that would set up this. We are fatigued now, but we also have lethal. I don't think I need any of these. I think I burn against the odds because it's the one I care the least about burning. But I'm probably going to cut it. Would I take... Yeah, that thing. I don't think so. So that makes that a lot easier. Alright, so Drakes we don't have a lot of great tools against. They're just kind of jerks. Like, we can, we're not, like, completely helpless, but... And we can obviously freeze them, but we just don't have, the infuse is, like, our only way to actually deal damage to them. Oh, I didn't even notice that thing had shield. I'm not used to having to care. That actually gets... So we've got a frostbite kill on that one, which is nice. So now it's just a matter of working through all of that evade. But we have plenty of frost on it, so that helps. I guess we'll draw both of our other spells. Sure, Purity, why not? Okay, we've made our way through At last. All of the evades. We've got plenty of frost stacked up. So it's just a matter of finding damage. And there it is. Okay. Have we already taken Firebolt? We have not. I don't think I love it, but I think I like it more than the other card. So I think we've got plenty of mana. I think I'm fine with just like having a little bit more damage. Even if this is pretty weak damage. And then we go here because we just don't want to deal with another triple Drake fight because they're a pain in the butt. But one Drake we can just delete because we can do that. Freeze you. Kill you. So we can do this, into that, and that's lethal. And yeah, I think Mind Blast we kind of want. We'll take it. I haven't tried the new Mind Blast yet. We'll see if it's any good. So we are absolutely going to take away all of your obnoxious whatever. We are going to, I think, freeze you and then work on getting a kill here. Damage based on burn. We are not on fire. That's actually lethal. Oh, it's going to be lethal anyway from... Technically ups the damage here a little bit. Start there. So the awkward thing here is if I get this kill, then that turns off Frostwave. Because, oh, that's what we got there. Oh, this armor's just so rude. Alright, we managed to kill a Fire Phoenix egg, which takes some killing. Take that. Save the Fire Phoenix cards for when we play the discard deck. Sure. We will upgrade. I kind of like the idea of upgrading increasing visions, just so that it draws us more cards. Yeah, I think that makes sense. Because that means that the first time we play it, we get value. Shut you down. More vulnerable. And some burn. And then... yeah, I'm fine with losing all of our mana this turn, because we are going to be using it all anyway. I mean, we did end with some eventually, but it's fine. We get enough that I'm not terribly concerned. Alright. Freeze wears off, but... we'll get back there. This freeze is probably not going to happen. Just kidding. Although we would have loved to have found some damage instead of just getting the freeze. And then Thirsty Fang gets the kill. Curse Conjunction seems handy. Fine with taking that. And then upgrade. Probably Curse Conjunction, because I like it a lot. And we're removing the Firebolt. I think it's the least valuable card. Oh, we should have removed the Against the Odds. I wasn't thinking. Oh, we'll remove the Against the Odds next. It doesn't matter which one we fight, because we're fighting the Frost Gorgon after this regardless. Go ahead and do that just if you can. Just to completely lock you down under a complete mountain of ice. Do that first. And just call recall. This is not going to be lethal. We have one freeze out. Okay. Let's dumpster you. Dumpster you. And Thirsty Fang. Yep, and the Mind Blast seems fine. Starting Purity is pretty good. But that's better. Icy Shoulder Pads does good work. Because that let's get this freeze off. And then that's lethal. Alright. Bonk. Just chunking through. Yeah, I still don't think we want to burn that here. I think we'll take the Sharpened Senses, and we are absolutely going to remove. Make a note that I took Sharpened Senses. Absolutely going to remove the Against the Odds, because we don't need shield. And we're going to upgrade maybe Icy Orb. It represents a pretty big boost in how much frost that puts out. We still don't have any items that actually increase the amount of status we apply with frost specifically, which is kind of annoying, but what are you going to do? So we're taking a little bit of damage here because we just, and unfortunately that means we are going to get cursed. Yeah, it was a pretty unlucky turn one. Oh no, it says of Doom, that's right. The curse is this turn. So we just need to get a curse this turn, and we're fine. Or freeze this turn, and we did. So we're good. And that's going to pop the Doom, which is nice for us. And we now have a Purity to work with. Makes this easier. Alright. to worry about hitting exact 0 anymore. We are going to have this jerk is going to come out of frost pretty soon, but okay, maybe not. Slowly chunking our way down. And yeah, this is still worth 5 frost, which is nice. We have run out of adept. Set that up again. Now I have plenty of adept and mighty. This is not going to be lethal. Unfortunately, everything else we have is. So we have no way to get the thirsty thing here. Because if we'd passed the turn, it would have died to the curse. Yeah, Frost Fracture seems okay. Elemental Complex also seems good. I think we take the Elemental Complex. Well, I think Elemental Complex is more likely to be good in other decks. There's Aether Mantle. Okay. Run is over. Everybody can go home. Nothing left to see. So that's 45 damage on frozen enemies, which is pretty nice. It gives us 2 purity, which is nice. I think we may upgrade the other visions of frost or the pierce. I think we upgrade the pierce. I think we cut the sharpened senses. I think we want to go through there. Well, Or we just take a bunch of events. I like taking just a bunch of events. And let's do that. Freeze, which gets us a whole bunch of mana. But we're going to start actually by doing this so that I can get to exact 0 for Scroll of Refill. It's the orb because I can. A very good argument to be made that the correct play there was not to do. Okay, that gets that kill. And I'm just going to get one more, and then next turn. The hope is to infuse. Yeah, because infusing is going to get rid of the hidden. Alright. Chunkity chunkity chunk. I don't hate having a second Ice Orb. I don't hate having a Persecute. I haven't taken Persecute yet, and it's a relatively niche card, and the Vulnerable is relevant. Yeah. That may let me cut the Sunder. Set that up again, just because may as well. Can we hit 0? I don't think so. So the question becomes, actually, so if we do this, we go to 7. So we would need to get a 3-cost spell. What spells are left in our deck? Pierce and, okay, so I think this does let us get to 0, actually. It does not. I was thinking that we would get different cards. It's fine. I think we set up this. And then that. And then we lose 1 mana. This hand is obviously very awkward. It's fine. It's fine. Yeah, the mistake was the increasing frost. Let's trying to figure out where that came from, and then I remembered. Alright, this is not going to kill you. So our mana gets stolen, but it's fine. If we do this, I think that lets... Oh, no, because it's going to get 2 explosions. Whoops. There we go. And Frozen Rift seems okay. And we're never going to take it in any other deck, so that's a plus. Upgrading. That's okay. We may end up cutting the Siphoning Blast. I think it has kind of done its thing at this point. I think Predator's Focus Plus is pretty good. That's not happening. That's probably not happening. Because we don't have any strike yet. No. Okay, discard item. In my head, I was going to be able to get 3 events here, but I wasn't super paying attention. Which, I know, surprise. I like blowing up you once. And then this does mean that this will do some damage to us, but I definitely remember that it was going to draw us cards. Yeah, let's just actually get you really close to dead. And then we take a small amount of damage. And we do take damage from whenever we play Gambler's Focus now, but minor details. See what we draw. See what we draw. Not the most useful. This might draw us mana. There we go. It's not enough mana, but I think we just do this. Restore health in combat. And that was entirely this time from whatever. Okay, so Hunter's Focus is absolutely what we take. And then hopefully we can keep this dork frozen more than we don't. None of that is going to help with that goal, unfortunately. And okay, so we can actually hit the exact 0. Which isn't the most productive way to spend our mana this turn, but wow, we're just really getting rubbed in that we have no luck. Okay. I don't really want to burn this on that, but it won't be... Well, there's a chance. No. No, there's not. That's not going to do enough. And we just, I guess, do that. Oh, I should have set up vulnerable on you. Absolutely want to do that. And then see what we get first. And then bonkety bonk. That's not lethal. Even with vulnerable, I don't think it would be lethal. I think we do kill this. See what we draw. Okay. Battle Love setting, adapt up. Go ahead and get the ambushed out. Nice! Look at that damn. That's some nice damn. Sorry. The internet has permanently destroyed my brain. I'm sorry. This card just insists on showing up on literally the turns that it doesn't work. Oh, whoops. I'm never going to remember that whatever doesn't work. Okay, so... Alright, I think that's lethal. Yep. Okay, so that fight was a little awkward. We took a little bit of damage, but not too much. I think Mana Eruption does enough, and we already have Mystic Shadow Blast, so... and Tormenting Gloves, I'm pretty sure beats out Arcane Cloak. Because now we have status applied by cards +5, and we have plus 60% damage against frozen targets, because we're Raodan, so we get 40% from that, and then... or 30% from that, and 30% from that. We're going to upgrade. Maybe just the Visions of Frost. And I think we remove... I don't think we need the Siphoning Blast anymore. And we're going to fight this one, just because I think it's going to be slightly less obnoxious, but honestly, both of these would be kind of annoying. We're now up to 7 on Chilling Focus. So we want to do that. We want to hit exact 0. Oh, I forgot about Gray. And also that, which is awkward. Now we take a bunch of damage. Which I kind of thought might be the case. We would love to have more Chilling Focuses. Lethal. And we just do that even though it hurts us, so that we can do that. And we end the turn. Bunch of Frost, and then go boomity 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 boom. Alright. Ruining Focus, I guess. Shut you down. Take some damage. Yeah. We need a bit more card draw because our turn ones are really awkward. We also would really like just like a card draw trinket that doesn't require us to get to exactly 0 mana because that's just not easy for us. I think those are the main things we're missing. And we're just taking a lot of damage for that, basically. Part of it is like freezing a single target is obviously a lot easier, and that's something that we will be much better at. I think we freeze you because we don't want you to heal. Oh, we can't even get the heal. Or the freeze, I thought we could. Why are you guaranteed crit, but you're not? Okay, it does say critical 100% chance, so that is, oh, not quite lethal. But yeah, getting that kill was obviously valuable for that reason. I realized I was at, whatever. I was at 0% very briefly. Oh, I could have done this to finish off the kill, I think. Maybe not. No, it had 9 health. That may not have done it. Poppity pop. Sure. And then we get a decent amount of end of turn damage. We don't have any ways to actually get damage out here, but we have lethal, yeah, off of our statuses, our debuffs. I don't really want another Frozen Rift. I don't really want another Ice Concentration. I think I'd rather have Frozen Rift than more mana at this point, but I could be wrong. We'll burn 1 rest here because we can. Gain a lot of energy. We're not getting enough adept, and these 2 items are both very good for us. We'll just take growth, even though we have plenty of growth already as well. Just because it doesn't cost us anything. So we may as well. And we will absolutely freeze everybody. That's pretty much the perfect sort of thing we want for turn 1. Should have done that first, but just get a bit more frost out. You get to have a bad day. Let's dunk on you. Draw some more cards. Kill. It doesn't kill, but it does damage. Let's set that up. Okay, so we definitely need to freeze one of them. I think it's that one. We do have Fury still. And we can apply Frail. Makes it a little bit easier. Or, sorry, not Frail. The Frail isn't the important thing. It's the vulnerable that mattered. Or the weak. The weak that mattered. One of the things, one of them mattered. Is that sufficiently unambiguous? No? Well, too bad. I probably should just kill you. But I'd rather set up Curse. And I'm fine with taking a small amount of damage when we have so many rests after this fight. Plenty of mana. Alright. More Chilling Focus. And we absolutely want 2 rests. We will cut one of the Frozen Rifts, I think. We will cut the goal here is to kind of cut things that aren't and we can cut this under because we have the flask and we have the other thing. We're going to cut the Gambler's Focus because it's our weakest mana card. Our goal here is to kind of trim down so that we can freeze as efficiently as possible. And that means just trying to sort of cut anything we can that doesn't accomplish that goal. I think the mana ritual has outstayed it is no longer doing quite enough for us. And then let's just get an item. None of that does anything for us, but it's fine. Away we go, final fight. Fortunately, this isn't Baelator, so we don't have to deal with the ton of starting the starting purity, which would have been a pain in the butt to work through. We do not want to burn our starting... okay, so that is the right number. It just doesn't show the exclamation point. Okay. Yeah, getting damage out is a little tricky here, just because of how much we need total. But I should have done that first. Kind of hoping that icy orbs would be show up to help, but we haven't seen them yet. There we go. There's one. Because yeah, that's 38 frost it says, so pretty good. 8 frost, 21 frost. Have plenty of mana to work with. The jerk will come out from under the ice at some point. I don't think it's possible we'll keep frozen for the rest of the fight, but I think that's a little unlikely. But yeah, because like I think we'll be able to freeze again this turn, but next turn is more unlikely. But we've done so much setup here that I don't think it matters. Yeah, we are not going to be able to get quite to another... Yeah, no, that puts us to 81, which is not enough. But it's fine. Although that purity is really annoying. Because it means... and that purity means that if we do anything else, we will... it'll pop. And I think we want to save until we can get the Persecute to clean that off, because I don't think we want to burn this much frost on it, because if we won't get another freeze otherwise. Of course, the other option that I could have taken is just to attack and just do as much damage as possible. So this will let us blow up some of the purity, some of the purity. And then next turn we'll be able to start freezing again. And we do have enough purity to get through that. Okay, so that blocks the curse, but not the other parts. And then we can freeze. We had enough purity that we could afford to do that once. Yeah, getting off another freeze is now just very, very difficult. But I don't think we're really in danger regardless. Because we get a lot of curse out. Yeah, let's just get the kill, I think. Yep, okay. So yeah, that final fight was a little tougher. We took some damage. But overall, that went very well. I don't know how many more runs of Deep Dive we have left, but, you know, so far so good. If you ignore the little blip near the beginning. Thanks for tuning in. I will see you all next time.